Welcome in another edition of CorBET. It's hotter than hell in my house because my AC is busted. Hopefully that'll heat up my plays. However, as we give you a college football week 3, I am 5-10, down 6 units 2 weekends into the college football season, but morale is high as we get to the picks. Seabass will join me. Sebastian Urban will join me, who went winless, speaking of bad plays, last week. So we'll go through our NFL plays together, but I do have college football because I do not take a week off, and neither should you. Fade accordingly, tail if you so choose treacherously. Let's go. All right, I'm on Oklahoma here against Nebraska. Nebraska coming off one of the better wins in Scott Frost's tenure, which is saying something because they beat Buffalo. Buffalo, yes, a great group of 5 team. That's a classic game where Nebraska not only gets a threatening possible loss, but they don't cover. So that was a big control win at home, and I think the morale is going to be high, and maybe coaching's been an issue for Scott Frost in his tenure at Nebraska, so maybe it's a letdown spot there. Oklahoma, they had their scare Tulane, bounced back in a huge way against a cupcake. Let's see if you just get 4 touchdowns here, because that line, I grabbed it at -22 for Oklahoma to get things started here on college football week 3. So Oklahoma -22. All right, Iowa fans, I'm with you here. Come on. What do you got? -23. Okay, I'll start to believe if you can beat Kent State at home by those 4 touchdowns. I've got Iowa -23. I love a good windy under. Let's head to Laramie, Wyoming, where the under will be under 53.5. A lot of wind. It gets cold this time. 3 o'clock game. Maybe this gets 3 o'clock Central. Maybe this gets a little bit chilly as they approach darkness out there, mountain time. I don't think it's going to be the sun setting there, but high wind is going to affect a Ball State team that can't really run up the score. Wyoming just had a huge performance against Northern Illinois. I'm not quite sure if they're going to be able to keep it going. Maybe let's see, like their Montana State game from week 1, keep it real low scoring. Steve Addazzio's tenure at Colorado State, not off to a hot start. You got to continue fading him because he lost as a favorite to not only South Dakota State, an FCS school, of course, a pretty strong one at that, but then Vanderbilt. Let's see if Toledo can keep it rolling after their scare against Notre Dame and roll the Rams. I've got them -14.5. The hook scares me a little bit, but let's hope for it. Arkansas, you beat Texas. Let's keep the cover train going. They are -23.5 as they welcome in Georgia Southern to Fayetteville. Liberty -27.5. That's against Old Dominion. Future NFL quarterback Malik Willis. See if you can get a showcase and win by 4 touchdowns on the dot there. Would still get a win. -27.5. University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners, they upset Illinois after Illinois upset Nebraska. Decent team, 2-0, 2-0 against the number, -12.5 at home against Middle Tennessee State. Georgia, are you for real? Then you got to roll a team like South Carolina when they come to your place, -31.5. Let's go Dogs. Lane Kiffin experiment off to a fast start for Ole Miss, 2-0. They're ranked number 17. Tulane scared Oklahoma week 1, but this is -14 for Ole Miss at home. Lane Kiffin loves offense. He knows what the number is usually as he's giving out cryptic tweets and whatnot about the gambling lines. Let's see if he gives the boys a cover at home. Ole Miss -14. Boise State, they covered against UCF in a thriller in week 0, and then they go on and rolled their opponent at home. Let's see. I wrote this down here. Yeah, they rolled UTEP at home. This is the blue turf. Oklahoma State 2-0. They're 0-2 against the number. They barely beat Missouri State, barely beat Tulsa. They were -32.5 against Missouri State. They won by 7. And then they were 11-point favorites when Tulsa came to town. They won by 5. This is their first game on the road of the season. I think Boise gets it done by a touchdown. Boise -3.5. BYU, this was a big win for me in week 1 or week 2, this previous week, one of the 3 wins I had. BYU, an outright underdog win as 7-point dogs at home to Utah. Let's see if they keep it going. +3. I got them at +4, down to 3.5 now as they are home dogs as Arizona State. Herm Edwards will come and fight in Utah, right? So BYU, Brigham Young University. See if they can keep it going. I got them +4. See if they can lose by only a field goal. And lastly, UCLA. All right, Chip Kelly. This is a not-so walkover Fresno State team. And UCLA -11. We'll see if that can get it done as we're rolling with Chip Kelly. Fresno State, obviously, against a pretty solid Oregon team, had them on the ropes. But if UCLA is proving what they showed against LSU and Hawaii. Coming off a bye, I think Chip Kelly will be ready -11 against Fresno State. That's going to do it here for CorBET, at least for my college football plays. We'll get to the NFL plays in just a moment. All right, let's get to NFL Week 2. Hopefully, the only way to go is up. Sebastian Urban with me, Dylan CorBET, and we'll post Ty Dawson's and Matt Cruzen's plays as well. Good game right now. Washington and the Giants is recording this on a Thursday night. You might be listening to this either tonight or tomorrow, wherever before we get to Sunday. I've got 10 total plays. I was just discussing with Seabass. I'm going for broke. How about that? So I'll start with my totals. I've got 4 of them. Then we'll get Bass's card, and I'll wrap up with some analysis for my spreads. Okay. So let's head to Pittsburgh. Las Vegas coming off a huge win against the Ravens. OT, that went well over. Pittsburgh defense can play. They showed that against Buffalo. I'm not that sold on Roethlisberger. I think he's still too old. So let's see if we can keep this under 47. Defense plays. We've talked about this with the Saints. Carolina, they just had a total go under against the Jets. Sam Darnold, I don't expect to be as good in this game in week 2, but I've got them in the total under 45. I grabbed that one. Let's see here. Minnesota can't stop anyone. They especially can't stop Kyler Murray. So this total, I think, is going to go over 51. Minnesota can also score as well. Maybe a bounce back game for Dalvin Cook. And my last total, I'm just hoping for a fun game. Another shootout. Kansas City, Baltimore, over 55. It's going to be Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a good one. Bass, speaking of good ones, let's get your card.
Yeah, I mean, after last week, like you said, only way to go is up. It was a tough week 1, but let's bounce back.
Morale's
I'm
high.
going to start out with my homer play. Philadelphia Eagles money line at home against the 49ers. I got that at plus 150. I think it's gone down a little bit now, but like I mentioned last night, Corbett's Corner, I mean, Niners showed me nothing week 1. Other than the fact they almost lost my survivor pool.
Oh, God, yeah.
Their defense did not look good. And home opener for Philly, I think they take this one as home dogs. Going off of your Cardinals Vikings total, I'm going to take the Cardinals -3.5. Like you said, Vikings can't stop anyone. They're not going to stop Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He's going to decimate that defense. And my last one is a money line parlay. The Steelers with the Chiefs. I think the Steelers get it done at home. The Raiders got a little bit lucky during their last game.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they can get it done on the road. Chiefs, they're just better than the Ravens, one of the best teams in the NFL. Lamar doesn't look that great. And yeah, they get it done.
Love it. So there's the card. Wrapping up with my spreads. I'm on Jacksonville. I think this line is moved too much. I was on the football team, and I guess the Fitzpatrick injury certainly didn't help me, but that line moved crazily, and then it ended up being the original Vegas favorite, the Chargers, winning that game. So I'm seeing if this is an overreaction. Maybe Urban Meyer saying he's staying in Jacksonville. Too many points for me at home against the Broncos team. Houston, let's keep it going. The Texans, Tyrod Taylor, way too many points in the NFL. I think Cleveland, I mean, I know they're good, but let's see if Houston can at least run up the score and keep this within 2 scores, plus 12.5. I'm with you. I'm not on the money line. I'm taking the hook with the Eagles, plus 3.5. We'll be rooting that on together. Carolina, I already hate this bet, but I'm going with the hook, plus 3.5. Hey, they're 1-0 at home. New Orleans coming off a huge win against Green Bay. A playoff contender. Let's see if Carolina and Sam Darnold is revitalizing his career or not. I'm actually against you here. I took the hook. Vikings, I hate it. Okay. Mike Zimmer, plus 3.5. So we'll see that. And then lastly, I like the Seahawks. We'll see if Tennessee can bounce back. Your boy, Julio Jones, is he going to have a couple more receptions? I like the Seahawks -5. I think the Seahawks, this is kind of like the last chance Russell Wilson has. I got to feel like that window's closing. Sebastian Urban, I'm Dylan CorBET. Let's wrap up with a prediction here as the second half gets underway. Who do you think's taking it home tonight?
Well, I kind of like the football team. I know the Giants came out strong, but they lost that one lineman. And ever since then, Washington's gotten a lot more pressure. Kind of like them. Finish it off.
It really changed the momentum, and you feel I haven't seen that replay anywhere. I heard it was gruesome from Joe Buck.
They didn't show it.
Good Lord. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the football team, but now I think they're going to roll and eventually cover. It's 14-10 right now at half. All right, those are the plays for NFL week 2. Let's cash.